Hi guys, welcome to my study compass. In this video, I'll be walking you through the past paper, Math P1, Variant 2, May-June 2021. Let's get started. Draw the line of symmetry on this shape. A line of symmetry is simply any line that cuts a shape into two halves such that one half is the mirror image of the other half. This shape has only one line of symmetry. Write down all the factors of 42. One of the ways to find the factors of 42 is by listing the numbers that multiply to give us 42. After doing this, we see that the factors of 42 are 1, 2, 3, 6, 7, 14, 21, and 42. P is a point on a line. Draw a line through point P that is perpendicular to this line. By using a protractor or a set square, we can measure and mark an angle of 90 degrees. When we are done, we draw a line through the 90-degree mark passing through point P. Calculate the mean of these numbers. The mean is simply the sum of all the numbers divided by the number of the numbers in the list, which is 5. When we type this into the calculator, we get 280. The formula for changing a temperature measured in Celsius to Fahrenheit is F equals 9C over 5 plus 32. Use this formula to change 65 degrees Celsius to Fahrenheit. All we need to do here is plug in 65 into the given formula. This gives us 149 degrees Fahrenheit. Without using a calculator, work out 9 plus 5 times 7 minus 4 divided by 2. You must show all your working. First, we do the multiplication. So 5 times 7 is 35. Then we do the division. So 4 divided by 2 is 2. Now that we have only addition and subtraction, we start simplifying from the left. So 9 plus 35 is 44. And 44 minus 2 is 42. Insert one pair of brackets into this statement to make it correct. To make the statement correct, we put a pair of brackets around 9 plus 5. 9 plus 5 is 16. So 16 times 7 minus 4 divided by 2 gives us 96. A equals 5 negative 7. B equals negative 2, 6. Work out A minus B. To get the resulting vector, we subtract the elements in vector B from the corresponding elements in vector A. So 5 minus negative 2 is 7, and negative 7 minus 6 is negative 13. So we have 7 negative 13. Write down the number that you add to negative 4 to give an answer of 9. Let's call this unknown number x. So if we add x to negative 4, we get 9. When we add 4 to both sides, we get x equals 13. Write down the number that you subtract from negative 9 to give an answer of negative 4. In this case, if we subtract x from negative 9, we get negative 4. When we group like terms, we have x equals negative 9 plus 4. Negative 9 plus 4 is negative 5. The bar chart shows the marks scored by a group of 55 students in an examination. Work out the percentage of this group of students who scored marks from 21 to 80. To get this percentage, we have the number of students who scored 21 to 80, which from the bar chart is 12 plus 15 plus 18 divided by the total number of students, which is 55 times 100%. This gives us 81.8% rounded to three significant figures. The probability that Jane wins a game is 7 over 10. Find the probability that Jane does not win the game. The sum of the probabilities that Jane wins a game and does not win a game must add up to 1. So to get the probability that Jane does not win a game, we subtract 7 over 10 from 1, which gives us 3 over 10. Calculate the fourth root of 0.0256. When we type this into the calculator, we get 0.4. Emma has 15 mathematics questions to complete. The stem and leaf diagram shows the time in minutes it takes her to complete each question. Complete the table. The mode is the most recurring number. From the stem and leaf plot, this number is 16. The stem and leaf diagram is already arranged in ascending order, so we can go ahead and find the position of the median using the formula half of n plus 1, where n in this case is 15. This gives us 8. The number in the 8th position is 11. We get the range by subtracting the lowest number from the highest number. From the stem and leaf plots, the highest number is 20 and the lowest number is 3. So 20 minus 3 is 17. Complete these statements. The reciprocal of 0.2 is blank. The reciprocal of 0.2 is 1 over 0.2, which is equal to 5. A prime number between 90 and 100 is 97. From this list, write down an irrational number. An irrational number is any number that cannot be expressed as a fraction. From this list, that number is square root of 7. Find the value of x when 7 raised to the power x divided by 7 raised to the power 4 equals 7 raised to the power 9. Since these two are dividing and they have the same base, their powers subtract. So this becomes 7 raised to the power x minus 4. The terms on both sides have the same base. This means their powers should also be equal. So we have x minus 4 equals 9. When we add 4 to both sides, we have x equals 13. Henrik draws the scatter diagram. Put a ring around the one correct statement about this scatter diagram. It may be tempting to say that this is a negative correlation. However, there are not many points to be able to come to this conclusion because, for all we know, the points may show no correlation, and so this will be our final answer. Each of the 4 scatter diagrams shows the same set of data. A line has been drawn on each diagram. Complete the statements. The line in diagram blank is the most appropriate line of best fit. Always remember that the general rule of thumb for drawing a line of best fit is that the line must pass through as many points as possible while balancing an equal number of points above and below the line. Based on this criteria, the line in diagram C is the most appropriate line of best fit. A cuboid has a square base. The volume of this cuboid is 867 centimeters cubed and the height is 12 centimeters. Calculate the length of one side of the square base. Here is the formula for the volume of a cuboid. Since the cuboid has a square base, the width would be the same as the length. So we have V equals L squared times H. We want to find L, so we need to make L the subject. When we move H to the other side, it goes to divide. So we have L squared equals V over H. And when we take square root of both sides, we have L equals square root of V over H. We've been given the volume to be 867 centimeters cubed and the height as 12 centimeters. This gives us 8.5 centimeters. A rhombus has side length 6.5 centimeters. The rhombus can be constructed by drawing two triangles. Using a ruler and compasses only, construct the rhombus. Leave in your construction arcs. One diagonal of the rhombus has been drawn for you. To draw this rhombus, we'll open the compass to a length of 6.5 centimeters and stand at one point on the line and inscribe an arc above and below the line. Then using the same length, we stand at the other point on the line and inscribe another arc above and below the line. From here, all we need to do is to connect the lines of the rhombus. Without using a calculator, work out 2 over 3 divided by 1/3 over 7. You must show all your working and give your answer as a fraction in its simplest form. In the first step, we need to convert the mixed fraction 1/3 over 7 into an improper fraction. So 7 times 1 plus 3 is 10 divided by 7. So now we have 2 over 3 divided by 10 over 7. In the next step, we bring in 2 over 3. Then we replace the division with multiplication. And then we bring in the reciprocal of 10 over 7, which is 7 over 10. 2 goes into itself once and goes into 10 5 times. And so for the numerator, 1 times 7 gives us 7. And for the denominator, 3 times 5 gives us 15. 7 over 15 cannot be simplified further. And so our final answer is 7 over 15. A bag contains 5 red balls and 3 blue balls. Sophie takes a ball at random, notes its color, and then puts it back in the bag. She does this a second time. Complete the diagram. On the first pick, the probability that she picks a blue ball is the number of blue balls, which is 3, divided by the total number of balls, which is 8. After the first pick, Sophie puts the ball back in the bag, which means the number of balls remain the same. And so the probability that she picks a red ball on the second pick is 5 over 8. And the probability that she picks a blue ball is 3 over 8. Work out the probability that both of the balls she takes are blue. This probability is equal to the probability that she picks a blue ball on the first pick and picks a blue ball on the second pick. The probability that she picks a blue ball on the first pick is 3 over 8. The probability that she picks a blue ball on the second pick is 3 over 8. The end becomes times. This gives us 9 over 64. The diagram shows 2 cylinders. Show that the 2 cylinders are mathematically similar. If 2 shapes or objects are mathematically similar, the ratio of their corresponding sides must be equal. For the 2 cylinders, the ratio of their heights is 32.5 centimeters divided by 13 centimeters, which is equal to 2.5. And the ratio of their diameters is 12.5 centimeters divided by 5 centimeters, which is equal to 2.5. Since the ratios of their corresponding dimensions are equal, then the two cylinders are mathematically similar. Write 0.00654 in standard form. First, we need to move the decimal point to a position after the first non-zero digit, which is 6. And so we have 6.54. Since we moved the decimal point 3 times to the right, we multiply 6.54 by 10 raised to the power negative 3. The number 1.467 times 10 raised to the power 102 is written as an ordinary number. Write down the number of zeros that follow the digit 7. To write this as an ordinary number, we will move the decimal point to the end. To get to this point, we moved the decimal point 3 times to the right. This means that the number of zeros we are going to add after 7 is 102 minus 3, which is 99. The diagram shows a quadrilateral. Work out the value of x. The sum of the angles in a quadrilateral must add up to 360 degrees. So we have 90 plus 4x plus 3x plus 75 plus 87 minus x equals 360. 90 plus 75 plus 87 is 252. And 4x plus 3x minus x is 6x. When we subtract 252 from both sides, we have 6x equals 108. And when we divide both sides by 6, we have x equals 18. Work out the lowest common multiple of 24 and 54. First, we need to list 24 and 54 as a product of their prime factors. Then we map their prime factors on a Venn diagram. The LCM of 24 and 54 is the product of all the elements in the Venn diagram, which is equal to 216. Expand and simplify. 5 times 2x minus 7 minus 3 times x minus 5. When we expand the brackets, 5 times 2x is 10x. 5 times negative 7 is negative 35. Negative 3 times x is negative 3x, and negative 3 times negative 5 is 15. When we group like terms, 10x minus 3x is 7x, and minus 35 plus 15 is minus 20. So we have 7x minus 20. The diagram shows a sector of a circle center O, radius 9 centimeters. The sector angle is 72 degrees. Calculate the length of the arc AB. The formula for arc length is theta over 360 degrees times 2 pi r, where theta in this case is 72 degrees and the radius r is 9 centimeters. When we type this into the calculator, we get 11.3 centimeters rounded to 3 significant figures. Calculate the area of the sector AOB. The formula for the area of a sector is theta over 360 degrees times pi r squared. In this case, theta is 72 degrees and r is 9 centimeters. When we type this into the calculator, we get 50.9 centimeters squared rounded to 3 significant figures. Thank you for watching. I hope you found this video useful. See you in the next video. Bye guys.